So I want to make a quick video. So apparently you have guys getting some glasses that can record people. And they're going around recording these women getting drunk in the club, in bars, doing stupid stuff. Okay. They're recording women walking around wearing skimpy clothes, looking like, yeah, I'm sorry, looking like prostitutes. Okay. They're recording women doing crazy, ignorant things. Okay. They did some Houston rodeo recently. Okay. And those women there, man, the stuff they were wearing, ooh, they look like straight up, they're like prostitutes. I'm sorry. They look like prostitutes, dude. So people are mad. They're saying we need new laws. We need to stop these dudes from recording people and putting it online. We need to get rid of these glasses. We need to make laws so you can't record people with a cell phone. Yeah, let me give you my thoughts on that. Okay. First of all, we don't need new laws. We already have laws that deal with recording. Um, if you're out in a public street, you can be recorded. Okay. They don't have to ask your permission. They don't have to, oh, can I record you? No, no one has to ask you that. Okay. If you are anywhere that you have no expectation of privacy, you can be recorded without your permission. In fact, do you know you don't actually even own your own image? Oh no. If you're out on a public street, I can take a picture of you. I don't have to ask your permission. Now, if I want to take that picture and make money off of it, it might be a different story in that situation, but I don't have to ask your permission to take your picture because you don't own the rights to your own image. But anyways, man, it's a little different now. If you're in a place that's privately owned but open to the public, the people who own that place, like a restaurant or Houston Rodeo, they have to actually make rules and enforce those rules as to when you can and cannot record people. But we don't need new laws to deal with recording. We already have rules and laws that deal with that stuff. Okay. The problem is this, man. You got a bunch of people who don't want to engage in any self-reflection. They don't want to deal with any personal responsibility. Um, you out here in the public, okay? You're not just talking about your own personal life. If you want to walk around looking like a stripper, that's your business. You're a grown adult. But if people want to take pictures of you doing it, you shouldn't complain. Hey, I mean, you feel it's perfectly acceptable to walk around looking like a prostitute in the public or in places open to the public, but you don't want people to look at you. You don't want people to record you. Well, maybe what you got on is really not acceptable. Maybe you shouldn't be wearing it. Okay. And yeah, I mean, come on. If you don't want people going to these bars recording you getting drunk and throwing up all over the place, or walking outside the bar, pulling up your dress and urinating, stop getting drunk. You know, it's an easy fix, man. The lack of self accountability and the lack of self reflection is crazy to me. Okay, you want to make new laws to control the public, but not attempt to control yourself. Okay, and it's crazy. Let's blame the technology. Let's blame these recording glasses. Let's blame cell phones. No, blame yourself. And a fascinating thing about this is you got other groups of people who have the same mentality. You actually have Christian people who think the same way. It's fascinating when you have Christians and people who the Christians would consider to be heathens who think the exact same way. I see a lot of videos, man, where Christians are running around talking about smartphone that's the devil's furniture, the devil in your pocket, and this and that, and they blame the technology. Listen, a smartphone is nothing but an inanimate object. Okay, you can take that same smartphone, you can make a gospel video with it. You can call your check on your sick aunt. Okay, you can do a lot of good things with a smartphone. Okay, you got people who make YouTube videos and make nothing but positive content with their smartphone. It's technology. The technology is not the problem. Okay, but you see, you have a lot of Christians, and you have these people here, these reprobates. They all want to blame technology. The problem is these recording glasses. The problem is the smartphones. No, the problem is not the technology. The problem is you. Okay. If you don't want people to record you looking like a stripper, stop dressing like a stripper. You sick of people recording you going to the bar, throwing up all over the place, or getting into fights, and doing stupid stuff. Stop getting drunk. Okay. You don't want to watch you complaining that you're watching pornography on your smartphone or doing stuff on that smartphone that you feel like is a sin. Nobody making you do that. Smartphone ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your problem. Okay. And that's the insane thing in this society is everybody wants to blame technology. No one wants to be engaged in self-reflection or be accountable for their behavior, man. Change your own behavior. Yeah, it's not the technology. It's not it's not smartphones. It's not recording glasses. It's not your car. It's not your TV. It's not the laptop. It's you. Okay? Yeah, it's you. You the problem. Okay? You the one that causing the issue. You need to look at yourself. What's that Michael Jackson song where he says, the man in the mirror? Look at yourself in the mirror or whatever and make a change. That's it. This whole issue basically is people who just need to look at themselves and make a change. I mean, years ago we had this issue, World Star Hip Hop. They was recording dudes doing stupid stuff, getting into fights, and they were talking about, oh, we need to get rid of World Star Hip Hop. We need to get rid of them. Yeah, they're making people look bad. Nah, they ain't making nobody look bad. You out there in the street fighting, okay, like idiots. If you wasn't out there in the street fighting like an idiot, nobody could record it to make you look bad. If you wasn't walking around looking like a prostitute, nobody could record you. Okay? Stop getting drunk. Stop walking around like a prostitute. Stop fighting in the street. Okay? Engage in some self-reflection, some self-accountability, and stop trying to blame everything else. Stop trying to blame technology, other people, and anything other than your own behavior, your own actions, your own inability to control yourself. Okay? Yeah, just control yourself, man.